Welcome to this session. This is Gustavo Machado from Teach the Future, along with Diego Manfazioli. So we are both from Brazil in the same way as Rosa. And we're a global nonprofit working to include futures literacy in the school curriculum. Remember, we are live on YouTube, so smile. This session is hosted by Teach the Future and Young Voices Network in partnership with the Millennium Project that we just left a couple of minutes ago. World Futures Day is a 24 hours of intergenerational conversations about the future, a space to involve young people in anticipating and influencing the future, both in and out of school. So now we'd like to introduce the youth facilitator and the adult facilitator that we have for this session. Do you want to talk about them, Diego, or just move on?
Hello, everybody. Let's give some greetings for our youth facilitator, Cristobal Asha. Cristobal is a 70-year-old Nigerian and aspiring neuroscientist. She is founder of the Youth Voice for Change Network.
And then the adult facilitator is Abigail, and that's Mark. So on an intentional journey of connecting the dots for a more sustainable future-proof education system in Africa, Abigail has over 6 years of experience in sustainable development and social innovation in the fields of STEM education and gender equality. Founder of She Solves, NGFP Fellow with SOIF, and Project Associate at Relearn by CC Hub. She loves to write and cook for change. So yeah, really welcome both Cristobal and Abigail.
Thank you very much. And good day to everybody from various parts of the world. Thank you. I want to confirm if Asha is here, because we were speaking before you brought me on board now. Just give me a minute. Okay, she's here. Hello, Asha. Cristobal, do you want to introduce yourself? Say hello.
Hello, I am Asha Cristobal from Nigeria. And hello, Miss Abigail.
All right, thank you so much. So Cristobal and I have been working together in the past few weeks, trying to understand how best to talk about issues in Nigeria, specifically where we both are from. And one thing that we have come to agree is a pressing issue, fundamental to any other kind of development that we want to see now and in the future, is with our teachers. And I was excited when the previous conversation was on education. We have a scenario that we want to paint for the year 2030 in Nigeria, and we want to see what everybody thinks about how teachers should better prepare themselves for that future. So I'll be sharing my screen shortly, sharing the scenario of Nigeria launching a spaceship in 2030 and getting people to work in various rooms to answer 2 major questions and to see how teachers should better be equipped to help learners achieve that 2030 dream that we've painted together. So let me share my screen if you permit.
There we go.
Can you see my screen? Okay. So we are looking at the year 2030, and we're assuming that people in these rooms are teachers in Nigeria. So your school has been selected as the only secondary school in Nigeria to witness the first spaceship launch in 2030. And you are excited as well as your students. A number of them have indicated that they want to be astronauts. And it took you a whole day to travel to Katsina State in Nigeria, the whole excursion, the whole experience is supposed to last 5 days. But on the first day, the alarm went off at 3 a.m., waking everybody. And we found out that the security architecture of the whole spaceship has been breached. Now you hear your students discussing, how can we help revive the situation? We don't want to miss out on this experience. We don't want the news to go out that Nigeria can no longer launch a spaceship. We are here and we must get things right. And they are still secondary school students. They reach for their laptops, they are trying to get connected to the internet, and they want to help Nigeria make history as the young engineers, the young scientists who supported the engineering team delegated to launch the spaceship, first spaceship in Nigeria. So we have some questions here, and we are saying, what could have made it possible for the enemy spies to disrupt the spaceship? So this is a science-based question. And then we are going back to now say, what skills must your students possess to enable them address the issues that they've highlighted? And in what ways should those skills be applied to support the engineers in getting the spaceship ready for launch? So I want the host to please share us into breakout rooms. Let's just discuss. And to just give you a little bit of background, Nigeria is a country in sub-Saharan Africa where we still need like 15 million teachers to attain quality education by the year 2030. And challenges brought forth by the pandemic have also necessitated teachers embracing 21st century skills and inculcating that as they teach, which does not obtain at the moment. So how should teachers today prepare themselves to attain that future in 2030? So are we going into the rooms now? Okay, thank you. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you had a great time discussing in your various rooms. And apologies, I shared the link to the Jamboard late. So I think more people in my own breakout room had access to it, and I've updated the access. So people that still want to drop their points can drop it, right? I'm checking to see if Christabel is here yet.
Yeah, she was there on the other room. Okay, there you go.
All right. Hello, Christabel. How was it in your room?
It was nice. The discussion went great. We gave many ideas.
All right. Do you have anybody who you would want to, maybe you pre-nominated to share for your group, or will you be the one to share insights on those questions that you gathered?
Okay, I'll be the one to share insights on what we discussed because we did not really have much questions, but we had much discussions on it. And people talked about empathy as skills and digital literacy, collaboration and teamwork skills that the teacher would need in that kind of scenario. We talked about the scenario being a time-based scenario. Students are panicking. There need to be a peaceful and calm environment where students can work together to find a solution to the problem. So the teacher would need to have the the teacher would need to be able to bring each student together, bring all the students together and help them to work together to achieve their main aim of helping the space station send the rocket to space.
Profound. Is that all? Anything else?
Yeah, I believe that Christabel covered everything.
All right, thank you. And thanks to everybody in group 2 who contributed to the conversation. In my own room, we talked about the skills that are required, and similar to what Christabel said, communication is very important. And when we talked about communication, people drilled down to saying issue of language is very important. And we were able to explore the fact that Nigeria has over 250 ethnic communities, and those ethnic groups have their various languages. And given that context, the crew that is launching the spaceship will be made up of people from various backgrounds, various cultures, and people having various different ulterior motives. The spies could be a part of even the launch crew. And not understanding somebody else's language could build a situation where you're collaborating with the enemy. So communication is very important. And in that case, if it's something where it's mandated, everybody on this crew, the official language of communication is English. If anybody is speaking any other thing, then maybe there will be a sanctioning of some sort. And those are some things that we could foresee in the future, or that we're even experiencing now. And I was trying to make reference to the insurgency in the northern part of Nigeria recently that has happened in a few years back. Language barrier is a challenge for most people who fall victims of the insurgents. So communication is a very important tool or skill for the future, for now and the future. We also talked about the fact that students need to have collaboration skills. They need to be more conscious in terms of security protocols, be more vigilant, and also understand counterintelligence. Then we went on to the requirements. We said there should be a basic level of education. Maybe there is a minimum requirement you must have passed at university level or even in the professional space before you can have access to joining certain teams, especially in spaces as delicate as astronomy. We also talked about the fact that teachers need to be able to empower learners with a culture of experimentation. We talked about making the education system more regionally competitive so that we can get the best hands into critical fields like astronomy that we're talking about. And also when it comes to employing talents, we should be very meritorious about that. And the last thing we also talked about is the need for mentorship and leadership for younger generations to understand how best to adapt to situations like this, because adaptability is very key. It's a very key skill. So I don't know if we still have any contributions that we now want to make as a group on this topic. Anything that we might have not even looked at as we were discussing, but might have popped up in your head. How should teachers position themselves to prepare learners for the future of work? That's the bottom line of everything we are discussing. We just used space, launching a spaceship in Nigeria as a case.
Okay, I also think that teachers and students need to be more emotionally and psychologically stable, especially in the world that we find ourselves today, and they need to be able to use effective technology that will give them the required outcome, because we are in a world where we have so many technologies and so many things can deviate us from our main aim or our main goal. So teachers need to be able to use the right technology to achieve their goals.
Profound. And I think for Nigeria, for example, the World Bank says that we have 50% digital literacy rates. And we recently launched the National Digital Literacy Framework last year, where the Nigerian government wants to attain 60% digital literacy rates next year and 90% by 2030. So at my own end, as somebody who is passionate about education, one thing that we've been doing in my organization is this year we mandated ourselves to train 20,000 people, teachers, learners, school leaders, parents, and senior citizens on digital literacy and online safety. So I think that's really critical for the future of work when we are looking at the place of young people today in that future. Thank you, Christabel. Any other contribution, please?
Yeah, I believe that technical skills will be demanded along with soft skills. So it's always a balance, right? So it's not there's no precedence of one over the other. Miguel and so they evolve hand by hand. Technology tends to be exponential, and but from developed countries' perspective, I believe that we can, including Brazil as well, to leapfrog, right? To basically you're to basically reduce this digital gap between the developed countries by basically using AI tools and all the technologies now are benefits like drones and a lot of things that are being democratized that were very, very expensive in the past and more accessible than ever nowadays, right?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, advanced technologies too should be taken note of. We've seen a lot of, let me not say a lot because I'm in Lagos and Lagos is like the business hub of Nigeria. So there are a lot of robotics company training learners on how to use drones, but it's still not democratized yet across the country. And we are hoping to see more of that being established. Thank you, Gustavo.
You're welcome, Abigail.
There have to be a shift from the traditional curricula to the modern curricula of education. Do you want to shed more light? Because we talked about it in my group as well.
Okay. In Nigeria, we find ourselves, most of the public and few private schools still based on the traditional curricula, such as more of theory, and less of practicals or experimentations. And most students learn by experimenting, using new technologies, We use blackboards in schools. Meanwhile, in developed nations, they use things such as AI boards in teaching. They use visual realities and other good technologies in teaching. And this is a factor that is inhibiting future of education in Nigeria, quality education in Nigeria. It's not creating the best way to learn for students. So there have to be a shift from our normal way of learning with blackboards, normal notebooks, and textbooks to incorporating modern and new technologies in classrooms.
Thank you, Christabel. And I know we're talking a lot about our country. That's where the challenge hits us mostly. And I hope some people are not feeling lost as we keep talking about Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. Anybody feeling lost in the room? We're expecting
I
people
don't
from
think so.
Nigeria to join. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Miguel. Probably Diego shared some entrepreneurial skills, and since he's a accomplished entrepreneur in Portugal and right now in Brazil, and I believe that these entrepreneurial skills, right, Diego, can probably share this in your group, but maybe share with the whole audience about, yeah, basically with all this technology adapting to Nigeria context, and making doing more with less resources, and yeah, things that we experience in Brazil as well. So Diego, it's all yours.
I think that the government have an important role here, because the main point is about the access of resources, okay, like tech things, like better environment for education, like buildings and teacher salaries and etc. But we need to look for entrepreneurial skills, like solve complex problems, in the creativity. And for that, we don't need a lot of money, but we need to think, how can we teach these kids with our things, the resource that we have on our hands, okay? And this is a big step. Perhaps sometimes we lose the touch point with this important thing, and look for other resources, other skills that are important, but creativity is very, very important today. We know that when we use generative artificial intelligence today, we know that creativity is an important skill for great results with AI. And perhaps look for that could help in the future for any kind of problem that we need to solve, like send a rocket to Mars, or solving local problems.
Okay. If I got you right, you're talking about contextual relevance, using local things to teach soft skills like entrepreneurship. Yes, okay. I think that's something that we've been throwing around in the education space in Nigeria recently, where we are saying, let's be more contextually relevant with how we are teaching. Let's look for how we can use things within our environment to explain. And what obtains as contextual relevance to somebody in Lagos, Nigeria, may not be contextual relevance to another person in maybe Katsina State in Nigeria. So it's a conversation, and I'm hoping that we see more of that happen in the country to ensure that people have the right skills. And when you're talking about doing more with less, sometimes when we think about advancements, we think just about the big things. Oh, I need to pay so much money to get an AR headset before I can do this. And we keep sitting down saying until we get that thing, it's not going to happen. Learning will not take place, but learning can take place with the most basic thing. Right, I see Hilda in the comments. She says, what is a takeaway quote you will tell students who believe in future thinking and believe in the work you are doing? So I don't know if Hilda is asking somebody directly or if she's talking to everybody in the room. Hilda, do you want to ask us? Or should I ask everybody to share?
Well, yeah, again, it's a great honor to be part of this session, and everything that's summing up all this visions about our main shared challenges that we have ahead as a planet. It's a paradox that brought me some childhood memories, because when Diego was talking about using doing more with less resources or creativity and imagination, I thought about my late grandparents, and my father was used to play soccer in Brazil with a ball made of socks, because the leather one that you see in the World Cup, he had no resources, or he always dreamed about having a bicycle and never had it. Yeah, I'm very fortunate to have everything that I have here. Sorry about the being emotional, but I believe that this is the best thing to basically be grateful about what we have, regardless, having a lot of things or not, and let's do the best in this planet, in our lives, with what we have right now in our hands. So thank you very much, guys. Sorry about being emotional.
Thank you, Gustav.
Just a couple of words after Gustavo, because I think that the main purpose here is about thinking to a better future, and we need to use what we have on our hands now to look for better futures. And well, this is the main point on my point of view.
Hey, what happened to Abigail? Let's see whether she comes back. Yeah, we still have some. Isabel, what are takeouts from this session?
Isabel?
Yeah, maybe she's experiencing some connectivity issues.
Well, it's important to share with the people, Gustavo, the information about the session.
Okay, yeah. So let's, in the meantime, let me provide you guys some information. I will basically put here in the chat. So basically, guys, So I just put if you would like a certificate of participation, please fill out this survey that I just put in the chat and share a quote with us from the experience survey link. So this would be greatly appreciated. Please sign up to be part of the first exclusive group to receive the Futures Playbook videos series. These are great videos. I'm pretty sure that you guys will love them. To follow us, right? The video publication, the young voices, our hubs network opportunities. So we have this hashtag, WFDYV. Oh, there we go. You are back.
Yes,
Miguel?
apologies. My
Okay,
internet tripped off
no
a bit.
problem. No problem, no problem. Any final remarks? Oops, is she frozen? And in the meantime, guys, we have all the social media links, right? We have Instagram, we have LinkedIn, we have Facebook. We now have a Discord launch channel right there as well for the Discord lovers and game lovers. So yeah, we have plenty of media channels to basically for pretty much everyone around the world.
Stop, I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Can you share again with us all the information, like the links, please? Because I can see
Oh,
chat.
oh, okay. Seems that
Okay.
it seems that I only shared with directly with Christabel. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I sent directly to her, and this is to everyone. Yeah, thank you very much, Diego. And then we have right here. So let's just wait a couple extra minutes before handing over to the next session. Let's hope that Abigail will be back before we close this session. Since we have new participants coming for the next session. Hey guys, how are you? We're just finishing our facilitator is experiencing some connection problems. We're just waiting 1 or 2 minutes, otherwise we will close this session and hand over to you guys.
Okay, I'm the other facilitator for the session.
Oh, okay. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Gustavo. You've been up for quite a while, sir.
Ah, yeah, it is actually an AI avatar. No, just kidding. I'm human. I'm human. I mean, in peace, please. Okay. So, well, guys, yeah, fortunately, it seems that Abigail is really having problems. So, well, guys, we are reaching the end of our time together. So Diego, myself, Rosa, we would like to thank you for participating in World Futures Day and Voices 2024. There will be new facilitators like Sabrina and conversations happening on the next hour. If available, we encourage you to stay for the next session, right? The day is not over yet. In the chat box, there's a participation survey that you can fill it out and receive your certificate. Okay, thank you very much again. Rose is there as well?
I saw her.
Yeah. I believe that she is.
Hi, Gustavo.
Oh, okay, there you go, Rosa.
Hi.
Welcome.